Hello, friends. Today I am going to discuss a very interesting chapter from Geography Indian Water Resources. India is very rich in its water resources. We all know that water is the lifeline of all forms of life on earth. Life cannot exist without water, isn't it? Can we imagine our life without water? No, we cannot. No life can exist on earth without water. And we Indians are blessed with a huge expanse of water. In this lesson, today we are going to learn the importance of water resources, major rivers of India, irrigation, its meaning and its need, then types of irrigation and their distribution, and lastly, multi-purpose river valley projects. Water is one of the most precious natural resources. Without water, it is impossible to sustain life. Human beings need it for drinking. As you can see on the slide, human beings need it for drinking, washing, isn't it? Laundry, for cleaning purposes and for recreation purpose, means we all visit to our dams and all that, then to generate power, for of course for agricultural use and for industrial use. India has many rivers and gets sufficient rainfall and has extensive surface water resources. It also has vast reserves of groundwater. Now, the surface water of India can be divided into underground water, that is groundwater, and surface water. Groundwater means the water which is there under the surface, which and we get water through spring and by digging wells. And surface water, on the surface we have water in the form of lakes, tanks, and river water. This is the pictures I have collected for you. This is a picture of spring, how the water gushes out, especially when it is raining. The springs gets activated and we get water from the ground. Of course, by digging well we get water. There are hot springs also in many places, and this is the picture showing how the groundwater comes out. The water gets percolated through rain and other sources, and when we dig wells and artesian wells, we take the water out by digging these wells. Now we have made the major rivers of India. India has extensive surface water resource in the form of its rivers. The rivers are very useful for irrigation, generation of hydel power, inland waterways, fishing, etc. The river systems of India can be grouped under two. That is, one is Himalayan rivers or the rivers of North India and the rivers of peninsular plateau. Now, let us watch in detail. Before watching, I just want to tell you this is a picture I have pasted from the textbook. This map is there for you for examination. You have to learn to draw the outline map of India, which you are doing right from 8th standard. You have to mark whatever river is asked you to mark, and you have to start from the source of the water, source of the river, and from in the direction which it flows and where it goes and joins. So you have to practice this map. Now let us watch in detail the major systems of India through a beautifully prepared video by VN Perceptions.
In this video, we shall learn about the major rivers in India. Well, the major rivers in India can be divided into the Himalayan rivers and the rivers of the Indian plateau. The major Himalayan rivers are River Ganga, River Brahmaputra, and River Indus. These are not just rivers, they are river system. River Ganga is the longest and the most important river of India. It is 2,525 kilometers long and it flows through the states of Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, and West Bengal. River Ganga is the most sacred river to Hindus. It is also a lifeline to millions of Indians who live along its course and depend on it for their daily needs. River Ganga originates from Gangotri Glacier at Gomukh. The headwaters of Ganga is known as Bhagirathi. It joins river Alaknanda at Devprayag, and from here the river is known as Ganga. Yamuna is the second largest tributary of Ganga. River Yamuna originates at Yamunotri and joins Ganga at Allahabad. It is the longest river in India which does not directly flow into the sea. The rivers joining Ganga from the north are Ramganga, Gomati, Ghagra. Rapti joins Ghagra, Gandak, and Kosi.
How
River
beautifully it is
Ghagra is the
depicted.
largest tributary of Ganga. The rivers joining Yamuna from the south are Chambal. Now, the tributaries of Chambal are Banas, Parvati, and Kali Sindh. The other tributaries of Yamuna are River Sindh and Betwa. The tributary of Betwa is Dhassan. Then it is Ken and Tons. River Son joins River Ganga. The tributary of River Son are Rihand and Koyal. In West Bengal, River Ganga is joined by Mayurakshi and Damodar. Coming to the next river, River Indus. Well, the Indus River is 3,180 kilometers long, and this makes it one of the longest rivers in Asia. The river originates in the western part of Tibet, in the vicinity of Mount Kailash and Lake Mansarovar. The river passes through Jammu Kashmir, and before joining Arabian Sea, it passes through Pakistan. It is the longest river and the national river of Pakistan. River Satluj is the largest tributary of River Indus. It originates from Rakshasthal Lake in Tibet. This river flows through the states of Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, and joins River Indus in Pakistan. The tributaries of Indus are Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas.
All these
And
rivers
in
you
the
find in
northern
Jammu
part,
and Kashmir.
the tributaries are Shayok, Gilgit, and Jhaskar. The next important Himalayan river is the river Brahmaputra. River Brahmaputra is one of the major rivers of Asia which flows through China, India, and Bangladesh. This river is 3,848 kilometers long. River Brahmaputra is also called Sangpo in Tibet. It originates on the Chimanyungdung Glacier located on the northern side of the Himalayas in Burang County of Tibet. When I say county, a county is a geographical region of a country used for administrative or other purpose in certain modern nations. The Brahmaputra enters India in the state of Arunachal Pradesh, where it is called Siang. In Assam, the river is called Brahmaputra. In Bangladesh, the Brahmaputra is joined by the river Teesta, then it is known as Jamuna. Later on, it merges with the lower Ganga called the river Padma. In the final part, the river is called Meghna. Now, the main tributaries of Brahmaputra are River Teesta, Dubri, Manas, Subansiri, Lohit, Tibang, Dhanasiri, Kopili, and Meghna. River Meghna in the initial stage is known as Barak. River Surma. When it turns south, it is known as Meghna. The important rivers of the Indian plateau are Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Narmada, and Tapi. River Mahanadi originates in Chhattisgarh. It is an important river of Chhattisgarh and Odisha. The tributaries of River Mahanadi are Seonath, Hasdev, Mand, Ib, Ong, and River Tel. River Godavari is the second longest river in India after the river Ganga. It has its source at Triambakeshwar. The main tributaries of River Godavari are River Pravara, Puma, Wainganga. The tributaries of Wainganga are Penganga and River Vardha. Then it is Manjara and Indravati. River Krishna originates in the Western Ghats near Mahabaleshwar. The main tributaries of Krishna are Bhima, Tungabhadra, Ghatprabha, and Malaprabha. Then it is River Pennar, and River Kaveri. The two important westward flowing rivers of India are River Narmada and River Tapi. River Narmada is the longest westward flowing rivers of India. Thank you for watching.
Isn't it a beautiful video? Beautifully depicted. Now, let us watch another video about the Indian rivers of the Indian plateau, again prepared by VN Perceptions. It is a very good video.
In this video, we shall learn about some more important rivers of India. In the southern part of India, the important eastward flowing rivers are River Pennar, River Palar, River Ponnayar, River Kaveri, and River Vaigai. River Kaveri is the most important river of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. This river is 765 kilometers long and it originates from Talakaveri, Kodagu in Karnataka. The important tributaries of River Kaveri are Hemavati, Shimsha, Arkavati, Kabini, Bhavani, Noyal, and Amravati. In Kerala, the most important river is River Periyar. This river is 244 kilometers long. Coming to the central part of India, we have River Narmada. It is the longest westward flowing river of India. This river is 1,312 kilometers long. River Narmada originates from Amarkantak Plateau near Maikal Range. It is the fifth longest river in the Indian subcontinent and the third longest river that entirely flows within India after river Godavari and river Krishna. This river lies between two mountain ranges, that is Vindhya range and the Satpura range. So we can say river Narmada flows through a narrow gorge that is formed between these two mountain ranges. River Narmada is regarded as the lifeline of Madhya Pradesh. The important tributaries of river Narmada are Burhaner, Banjar, Sher, Shakhar, Tawa, Kolar and river Orsan. River Tapi is the second longest westward flowing river of India. This river originates from Mahadev Hills near Multai. This river is 724 kilometers long. The important tributaries of river Tapi are Purna, Girna and river Panjra. River Mahi and river Sabarmati are other important rivers of Gujarat. River Mahi originates from Vindhya range. River Luni is an important river of Rajasthan. Both river Sabarmati and river Luni originates from Aravalli range. We have already learned that river Mahanadi is an important river of Chhattisgarh and Odisha. The other important rivers of Odisha are river Brahmani and river Baitarni. River Subarnarekha flows through Jharkhand, Odisha and West Bengal. The important westward flowing rivers originating from Western Ghat are river Baitarna, Ulhas, Savitri and Vashishti from Maharashtra. River Mandovi and river Zuari from Goa. River Shavati from Karnataka and Bharatapuzha is the second most important river in Kerala.
What a beautiful depiction of all the rivers of India. Thank you, VN Perceptions. Thank you for helping our students. Let us continue the lesson in the next video. Before watching the next video, please read the lesson carefully, draw the outline map of India neatly and open this video and mark the rivers properly right from their source to the direction in which they are flowing. It's very important. As Indians, we all should know these natural resources of India. Please read the lesson carefully, make points and answer these questions which are very important, children. Water is the lifeline of all forms of life on earth. Justify. What are the different forms of water resources found in India? Name the major river systems found in India. Write a note on Brahmaputra river system. Explain the west flowing rivers of South India. Draw a neat outline map of India and mark the major river systems of North India and South India. Please do it, children. Let us meet in the next video. Take care. Thank you.